Hello everybody. Today is fall empties. As you can see, I am in full on fall mood, and that's been the case. Let me tell you, I've been really into seasons this year. This year is the first year ever that I've decorated my house slightly, very slightly. And if you know my channel, you know I'm quite minimalistic. But something happened this year, and I've just become very interested in seasonalities and keeping in tone in the step and pace with the seasons. I've embraced it. And so I'm embracing colors I've never worn before, oranges and textures and interesting color combinations. And this is not usual for me. Something really happens around fall where I all of a sudden feel like color, and I'm wearing color everywhere, which is unusual. Another thing that I've been really loving, and that is a favorite on its own really, is a messy, wavy, volumized hair, which is what you see here. This is kind of what I've been into in terms of hair. If you know my channel, you know that I've been quite experimental with hair colors in the last maybe 2 years, but within the last 7 to 8 months, I've really stuck to the same hair color, and it's been pretty steady. I really don't feel like playing with my hair color, but instead I've started playing with my hair texture, meaning that I've become really interested in experimenting with what my hair texture can do. And my hair texture is generally slightly frizzy and slightly wavy, so I like to put in texture to accentuate the volume of the hair that I do have. And I also will put a few curls, not curls, but waves in. Some of these are my waves, and some of these, wherever it's a bit flat or lackluster, I'll add a crimper, which is also sort of not something that I often do. I have this chi crimper, and I've had it for years, and I've pulled it out and started playing with it, and this is the result. Lioness hair, right, hear me roar. So this is kind of what I've been into. I've been into very natural looking hair. I woke up like this hair, wavy, beachy, scrunchy, not really well brushed, not really all that shiny, slightly gritty feel. And maybe over the last year and a half, starting maybe 4 months ago or 3 months ago, I started kind of being into this. And before that, I was like coiffing my hair. I would be curling them into nice curls, like it would look styled. And now I guess my goal is to not look like I'm styling my hair at all. This is kind of what I want my hair to look like. So a couple of things, because I was using up my detangling slash smoothing things, because I do have colored hair, so it does get quite dry, therefore harder to brush. I need something detangling in the ends especially, and this is kind of what I've been going with over the last many months, maybe a few years. On and off I've been using this Moroccan oil treatment or oil, but over the last few months I've been really using it exclusively. So this Moroccan oil treatment from Moroccan Oil Mini, I've gone through like 10 of these probably in the last year, and it's over. This is the last one. So I'm done with Moroccan oil for now. I can always go back, not to the brand, but to the specific product, because this is really a silicone-based product. If you want your hair to be smoother and more manageable, silicone is the way to go. That's the ingredient you want. If you want textured, messy lioness hair, which is what I'm into right now, you don't necessarily want as much smoothing. You don't really want your hair to be smooth. You want the grit in there. You don't want it to be straw-like. You just want it to be slightly gritty. So I am going to step back from using these, but I know it's a reliable product. And again, I've been going sort of back and forth with it and using it and then switching to something else for a long time. So that's pretty much the phase I'm in. I'm going to switch into something else and then test a bunch of hair oils that I have that are green, clean, sustainable beauty. And see how they measure up to this, because they don't have any silicone, so I'm assuming they're going to work totally differently, but they might still be good hydrators and like comfortable for detangling. So I'm going to update you on how I do with more natural hair care products, but really what I'm looking for is that texture and that volume. This is kind of the product for me for that, and I would consider repurchasing this particular one once I go through a few of the sprays and creams that I do have already. in my stash. This is Captain Black and Ship Mermaid Sea Salt Hairspray. This is B certified, Leaping Bunny certified, One for the Planet certified, and the packaging is recyclable. So go Captain Black and Ship. This is really lovely. The sprayer was really quite good. I love the packaging. Their aesthetic is very appealing. I think it's very pretty and just aesthetically pleasing. I liked the product very much, and it was functioning very well. It was functioning like a really good sea salt spray. If you're looking for a really good sea salt spray, you might want to check this out. I think I like this better than the Bumble and Bumble one, and I really like the Bumble and Bumble one. So this might be even more favorite for me. And I love the fact that it's just, you know, it's flawless in terms of its ingredients. Ingredients include water, aloe vera juice, sea salt, kelp extract, pelargonium flower oil, some Bapagon martini oil, glycerin, and the ingredients are all certified organic. So minimal ingredient list, high effectivity, moisturizing yet texturizing, cute packaging. I'm thinking to myself, what else might you want out of a hairspray? I think this is fabulous and I would buy it again. I definitely would, and I probably will, unless something else captures my attention while I'm testing out some of these other things that they just happen to sit in my testing drawer. And I think if I test them and they're inferior to this, I might just go and get this because I so very much like it. Cannot say the same for this product. This is Bare Minerals Mineral Elixirs 5 Oil Blend. They don't list which oils. This is by Bare Essentials. I generally really like Bare Minerals and Bare Essentials. So I was kind of having high hopes, but this was a regular oil, nothing special. It wasn't luxurious. I did more use it for my body than I did for my face because it was just not special enough to be used as a face oil. No, your face doesn't need something like crazy special or expensive, but this just did not feel like. I think oils, regardless of how much they cost, they should really feel luxurious. And this wasn't really feeling like that to me. So most of it, this is a 50 ml bottle, was used up by me as a body oil, unfortunately. But I mean, it worked fine. But I don't have really warm words for that one. I have my wipes. I'm not really particularly loyal to any kind of wipes. These are probably my favorites. Baby Boo Bamboo biodegradable. Wow, I cannot get that out. 100% bamboo baby wipes. These I like the best. They just weren't in stock before, so I got these. These were fine. I don't like them as much as the Baby Boo bamboo wipes, but these were by Global Beauty Care Botanicals Collection Chamomile Makeup Cleansing Wipes. They're fine. I don't generally use them on the face all that much. I mostly use them on my hands when I'm applying makeup or eyeshadows with my fingers. I tend to wipe my fingers off on this. And this, so it doesn't really need to be anything special, which is why, you know, I'm getting baby wipes basically. And I prefer this. And even if I was to use wipes on skin to wipe off makeup or whatever, I would probably still prefer these over the ones that are actually meant for your face. These baby wipes are much better. They have much better ingredient deck, and I have no problem using these on my skin. However, I'll go through ingredients of my favorite ones, the ones that I do like, just so that you're aware of certain irritants or things that might be irritants if you have very sensitive skin. So these have water, tocopherol acetate, vegetable glycerin, bamboo, lavender oil, sweet orange oil. Those two are quite high up on the ingredient deck, and they can be irritating for people. They're not for my skin right now, but they are irritants, so beware. Then aloe leaf juice, natural fragrances, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate, polysorbate 20, and citric acid. So pretty harmless, pretty small ingredient deck. The only two suspects are the lavender oil and the sweet orange oil, and I'm pretty sure these are added for scent. I wish they didn't. I wish they left that out, but you know, still those are superior wipes, and I really like that they're biodegradable. These ones don't say that they're biodegradable, so I'm assuming that they're not. Also, ingredient list is much longer here. I won't be buying these as long as I can get my hands on these guys. Let's move on to skincare. There's a single skincare product. I have a few that are about to be finished, so there's going to be a lot more skincare in the next one, but a single skincare product, and this is again Green Clean Beauty. This is Viva Pure Hyaluronic Acid Serum. And there's 15 mils here. It was made in Vancouver, so it's local to me, although Vancouver is like on the other side of the country from where I live in Canada. But this is a nice hyaluronic acid. This is kind of where I'm going to leave this, because hyaluronic acid, there's tons of hyaluronic acid on the market. You can get it so much cheaper than this. For example, if you don't mind conventional beauty, order your hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. They have pretty good quality hyaluronic acid, even in their basic line. I've used up one from their Nude line, and it was pretty good, but their basics line is fine. It's really nice quality hyaluronic acid, and I would recommend you get it there. It's like 10 bucks or under. It's really quite affordable. And if you are into clean green beauty, I would still not recommend this, because I've been sent a hyaluronic acid by Pure Annata. They call it a primer. It's a hyaluronic acid serum is what it is, because all it has in it is like, I think, some calendula extract and hyaluronic acid. So calming and hydrating. It's perfect. It's a really nice formulation that they have. And Pure Annata one is also much, much cheaper than this. So I don't know. I did like it. It was fine, but I've tried better alternatives, so I'm letting you guys know about those. Now, this thing was sent to me as well from Lowen's. Lime in the Coconut Lip Balm. Lowen's is cruelty-free. The packaging is recyclable. They're EWG certified. And they are produced in Canada as well. They have a lot of very, very good things in their line. Their lip balms are nothing extremely special. They do have interesting scents. Not a lot of, clean green beauty brands will have interesting scents. So lime and coconut, right now I'm using a donut one. It smells really good. And the ingredient deck is really quite nice. Some irritants. There's menthol in here, which not everybody tolerates, but otherwise it's pretty good. It has hyaluronic acid, beeswax, so if you don't use beeswax, it's in here, so beware. Coconut oil, cetyl alcohol, safflower oil, glycerin, shea butter, so rosemary leaf oil, and lime oil. Lime oil can also be irritating, but this is like a pretty nice product. But I don't think that I have enough passion for it to be like, yes, this is great. Like for the Mermaid Sea Salt Hairspray, I think this is an exceptional product. I think this is good, but this could be any lip balm and I would still probably like it mostly. That's not true. I'm very picky about lip balms. I liked the texture of it. I thought it wasn't great for the summer because it was actually quite melty, but for the winter, this is a good smooth texture, slightly shiny finish, and decent lip balm, but I didn't think it was like be all end all, last lip balm I'll ever need. Makeup. Whew, we're on makeup already. So we have Nude by Nature Precision Brow Mascara in 02 Brown. So this thing is good. This was in my project pan, so that's one of the empties from my project pan. It's dried up, used up. I liked it better when it was more dry. So in the beginning of its life, it's too liquidy for me. I didn't love the liquidiness, the texture, the consistency of it wasn't really what I'm looking for my brows. I would repurchase it if it was on sale, but not for full price. Go figure. I think that it comes nowhere close to beating my favorite brow gel mousse fill-in product, which is the Clinique Brow tint. It also has a small brush. This one has a small brush. Like, there's nothing terribly wrong with this product. I enjoyed using it, but it wasn't my favorite and it didn't take the place of my holy grail. It was just nice. Another product by clean green brand that was sent to me is Pure Annata Natural Liquid Eyeliner, and I already mentioned that Pure Annata sent me that hyaluronic serum, which I thought was actually a good buy for a clean brand for sure, and it was very affordable. And this is also quite affordable. This is a liquid eyeliner and it has this classic tip. So I'm not actually a lover of classic tip eyeliners. This is kind of what I like. This is a Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner and serum. like the calligraphy tip, the pens. That's what I prefer. That's my preferred way of applying eyeliner. This is not. So the applicator is already working against it in my books. Not everybody feels the same way, but that's how I feel. It stayed on the lash line very nicely, and it's a little dry now. I've used it for months though, so it lasted a really nice amount of time, maybe at least 7-8 months of pretty frequent use. So that was quite good, and it's not as inky black as I'd like it to be. It is called ink, interestingly, but it's not as dark and like all-consuming kind of black that I'm looking for. That's kind of, if I'm going for a black, that's what I want. It was rather very dark charcoal with tiny little shimmers, so the color wasn't really black. So I can't compare it to pure blacks because I think it's not meant to be black. It's like a charcoaly black. I liked it. I think it's the best that I've tried from Clean Beauty, apart from, of course, the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. If we count that as Clean Beauty, it's not really all that clean, but it's cleaner than conventional makeup, probably. So, Natural Liquid Eyeliner from Pure Anata was really actually a very good buy. Now, they have a brown and a black. Pure Anata needs to start making more interesting colors and maybe textures, like maybe glitters or shimmers. And I would buy that, I think. But browns and blacks, there's just so many of them out there. Like, I would like for Pure Anata to start supplying us with some more interesting color choices, because I think then I would be interested in checking more of them out for different effects. I finished a mascara. I go through a mascara every couple months. This particular one is Lashcraft Length and Volume from Sephora. I thought the formula was fine, and I enjoyed it while it was lasting. But the brush, this is my favorite kind of brush. This is like a perfect brush for me. I wish every mascara that I buy came with this kind of brush. It's natural bristles, not silicone. Brushes through very well because look, this way it's a little bit chubbier, and this way it's a little bit slimmer. So you can actually use it almost like a comb to comb through your brushes, but it's fluffy enough to deposit enough of the product to the lash line. Anyway, it was a nice mascara. Again, if it was on sale, it's kind of like I have the same feelings towards it as I have towards the brow gel or brow mousse. I'm not really sure. Precision Brow Mascara. Same kind of thoughts. I would buy it if it was on sale somewhere and I needed something to grab. I would grab it. I wouldn't walk past it, but I would probably not seek it out either. I think it's within the same realm. It's trying to be like the Lancome Hypnose, but it's not quite there. Hypnose is so much better. It's just significantly superior. So nice, but like not amazing. My lashes looked quite nice, but again, like I have pretty good lashes, so you have to try to make them look absolutely crappy, and some mascaras really get me there. But this was nice. This was a good mascara, not a great mascara, but a good mascara. All right, let's make it snappy and move through makeup a little bit faster. Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. Well, this packaging sucked. The concealer was decent. It's not like the best concealer ever. It's actually all over my face today. Like, I spot concealed under my eyes. I'm looking really tired today. Around my nose, around my chin here. I have some hyperpigmentation going on. I've had a few breakouts because the last couple of months had been particularly crazy. And stress really shows on my skin. So this Insta Ready concealer was actually quite good. It wasn't full coverage. They're lying that it's full coverage. I don't think it's full coverage. It's high medium. But it's a nice thin formula. It's easily blendable, distributes over the skin very nicely. They don't have a good color range, so if they make it in my color, luckily, this is fair. But I bet you that it's going to be hard to find a good color match because they just don't have enough colors. So I lucked out, so to say, by being this color. But like, what do they have, like 4 concealer colors? This is not enough. This is not enough. You need a better shade range. Physicians Formula. The texture was nice. The color did match me specifically, but no, they don't have a good selection. I basically depotted it into this, and I have a little bit left still, but not very much. And this is kind of where I'm using it out of. It's a bit of a thicker jelly creamy gel, I should say. So good product, crappy packaging. Won't buy it again because the packaging is just, ugh, I really did not like that. The pump was pumping out too much. It wasn't consistent pumping anyway, and it was a mess. Next, an expired product. With internal grief and resentment, have to tell you that my dip brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills finally hit the skids. I reached pan on it, not like in one particular spot, as you can tell. The color, it's the color really that stopped me from using it over time. I bought it when I was brunette, and it's medium brown. It's too dark for me now. Like I needed something ashier and a little bit lighter, because I've been rocking this like hair color forever, and I kept it just in case I was going to go back dark, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I kind of enjoy what's going on with this washed out brownie blonde thing that I have going on, and I just don't see that changing in the near future. This thing is like 3 years old. It needs to go. Then we have this highlighter, which I finished up, and this was in Project Pan as well. This is Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 002. Ugh, it's falling apart now. So I actually completely finished this up. This was pink cheek, sort of glossy look. It really buffed into the skin to create a lot of gloss and shine. So I really enjoyed it while it was lasting. I was kind of getting sick of it by the end of my time with it, I have to say. It requires, the thing is, okay, here is a useful tip. If you have gel baked highlighters like this one, any other gel baked highlighter as well, try using natural bristle brush if you have natural bristle brushes, or if you feel that you are capable of morally investing into it. You know, if you're cruelty free, this clearly is not a tip for you. But natural bristle brushes, especially goat hair brushes that are a little bit rougher and have a spring to them, really pick up a highlighter that is baked highlighter or baked gelée highlighter much better. I tended to use this one. This is 05 from Refer. Again, very soft but springy. You know, it has a bounce to it. So it's a little bit more, it grabs a little bit more product and distributes and buffs product a lot better than a synthetic brush does. So if you don't have a moral objection to using animal hair, it is a personal choice, but if you do not mind using animal hair, then baked highlighters or baked products in general respond very well to goat hair. Then nails. I have 2 nail polishes that I finished off. One was Sally Hansen Hardest Nails Extreme Wear in 194 on Cloud Shine. This was a shifty topper. I'm glad it's done. I was kind of sick of it. And NYC Shine in a Minute 60 seconds dry nail polish in Grand Central Station, which is the clear top coat. I love this thing. It's like a couple bucks. It's wonderful. It's so cheap and so effective. It dries very fast, creates a pretty glossy finish. You can renew it and layer it up. It's not too thick, so it doesn't create that gloopy, glassy effect. Some people like that, but I find that my nail polish just tends to peel off if it's too thickly laid on with like something like Sacha Vide. Although I have lots of Sacha Vide and I actually need to get through my Sacha Vide, but I prefer this NYC one. I heard a rumor that these are being discontinued. Please tell me, do you know if they are, or are they still available? Because I want to buy out the whole store. Like I want to have enough of them to last me my entire life. I love these things. I've been raving about them forever. The last 2 products that I have in here are fragrances. I finished 2 full-size fragrances, which is shocking. I've noticed that in my collection right now, I think this is just like I buy fragrances in batches. Sometimes I go through like, oh, I'm buying a lot of fragrance, and then I lay off. And so probably one of those waves is now getting used up because it's just been long enough in my collection, probably about 4 years for each of them. And there are a few more that I'm finishing up right now. So there's actually going to be a lot of perfume empties in the coming months because I've been sort of leaning into finishing up some of the bottles that I've had for a while. Let's start with Love Chloe. Love Chloe is a wonderful, very elevated fragrance that is really a niche kind of scent. It's a very gentle, classic yet interesting floral with a wink in it, and the wink is a dry rice note. It is so beautiful. It's so ethereal, and intelligent smelling. I really love this scent. I'm not sure if they make it anymore. I love the bottle too. The bottle is beautiful. Just everything about the scent is like, I really want to wear it more. I'm sad that it's gone. I'll keep a lookout for it and make sure that I try to find it maybe online. Maybe even if it's been discontinued, I can still find it. I don't know. I'll try. But this is the most beautiful Chloe scent that they've ever made. They really have never made a scent, to me, that was as elevated and wonderful and niche smelling as this has been. It's beautiful. Strongly recommend if you come across it. If you do like an interesting floral. If you don't like florals, don't go for it because that's what it is. Another floral, two florals. Well, transition from summer to fall. This is exactly what happened. I leaned heavily into florals. This is my Burberry, and this is like they came out with this. I bought this the year that they came out with this, so this is really quite old. And this is Eau de Parfum, so the original, the first thing they came out with. I tend to really like Burberry releases. Unfortunately, my Burberry is I have to criticize this because it's not a bad fragrance. I can't say that it's poorly constructed. It's Kurkdjian's baby, so it can't be poorly constructed. If he's the nose, he is one of the most talented, well-rounded perfumers right now, living and working now. It is a beautifully made scent, and I can smell that, but it's so not for me. It was hard to finish it up too because I felt like wearing it around the house. It has far too much very sweet, sugary vanilla in it, which I don't like, combined with a lot of florals and sweet pea especially comes through. And it's a little bit wet smelling, which I usually like the dew, and I usually like that sort of a thing. But it's just that really heavy, sweet, heady vanilla. I think if it was much lighter on the vanilla, I would feel better about the scent, and I would be able to appreciate that sweet pea, little winky wink, and a little attitude and innocence that they were trying to convey in it, which I understand. I'm seeing where this was going. But it arrived to a very sweet vanilla place, and not the good quality sort of dry vanilla, but like a wet blanket vanilla. I did not like it. It probably did very well because of that vanilla, because it is very commercial smelling because of that. So there's a reason, like they did a good job selling it. They made it for mass market, and it smells mass market, unfortunately. And there is a thought there that is quite interesting, that playful floral that is slightly damp. It's just so heavy with that sweet vanilla scent. I think it drowns me. I think too much. Obviously not going to be repurchasing that if that wasn't clear from the description. So that was it for today. This is the last of my fall empties, and I hope to see you soon. Share with me if you finished anything that was particularly interesting and you particularly enjoyed, or maybe you disliked tremendously. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day and good luck. Bye-bye.